of interest are squats,
Yep.
dumbbell presses.
That's right.
Bench press.
Yeah.
Burpees.
Nope, no burpees.
No burpees.
Yeah.
Slam.
Burpees get herpes. That's not good.
Running a little too close to the floor on those.
Okay. Yeah.
Sam's burning desire is to run like Matt Ryan. He loves to run. That's his secret to success. But I would give him a hard time because he doesn't like to run either.
I don't.
Sam's the personal trainer right here in town. Let's warm welcome for Sam Fisher.
Hey, good job winging that. I appreciate it. I want to change it up and go from back here today just because I've got this easel. I think it'll be easier to see. So I own Rise Strength and Performance right on the other side of the square. We do small group personal training. So personal training in a group setting helps bring down the costs. You keep the individual attention. And I'm going to talk today about how we take people from emotional-based feelings of their fitness to an identity-based feeling for their fitness. So who here has a feeling about their fitness? Any feeling whatsoever? Everybody's hand should go up. Everybody has James, there we go. Okay, Michael, John, everybody's got a feeling. Okay, if that is a good feeling, go ahead and keep your hand up. Okay, we got a few people. Okay, all right. So, and if it's a bad feeling, like you just put your hand down. So we know. No, that doesn't count. No, should. Don't should all over yourself, Janet. So, all right, so we get there with people by three things at Rise. We got the 3 C's of Rise, okay? We got coaching, community, I'm gonna shorten this up, and the third C is knowledge. Okay, it didn't fit, so I just had to make it work, okay? Knowledge, there we go. Coaching. So the aspects of coaching I like to make apparent to everybody is safety. So whenever you come in, just trying to be safe, make sure you're not injured leaving. If you are injured coming in or not feeling great coming in, we can get you feeling better leaving. Efficacy. So is the time and money you're investing at Rise going to pay off in the long run? So, you have so many hours in a week as busy business owners. Is the time you're dedicating to your fitness actually checking all the boxes you need to check? Cardio, your heart work, your overall mobility, strength, stamina. We try to check all those boxes at Rise. Community, so we got 6-week challenges, games, friends at certain times you come in. So if you always come in at 7, you're gonna have friends at 7. If you come in at 6, so on and so forth. And then knowledge, we try to make ourselves as accessible as possible. I'm always doing research. I'm always writing blog posts. I have an app that basically has downloaded my brain to the internet, and you can text it and answer whatever question you have about healthy habits. And that's a key to the knowledge is knowing what to do. Most people fail because they don't know what to do. There's too much information out there, and we want to be the trusted source. So that's how we get people from emotional base to an identity base, overall method. So what does the emotional base look like? So most people are down here in their fitness, don't feel great. Okay, and then they decide to do something. They hit that pain point like Dr. Moore talked about earlier, and they get up here. They hit this high, all right? So this is the first phase, is the high point. You're like, oh, I'm doing something. I joined a gym. I'm taking action. I'm starting a diet. I feel great. And then reality hits. You hit the messy middle, and you're like, oh, boy, this is harder than I thought. You're like, I'm going to just try to motivate and willpower it. No, nope, I'm going to try. No. And then you end up way down here, lower than where you started. Your self-esteem has taken a hit. Your confidence and your belief in yourself to be able to be a fit person has taken a hit, okay? And your odds of starting up again are lower. And the odds of you believing that you can do it are lower. So that's the normal fitness journey. So at Rise, what we do, people start here, they contact us, they get excited, all right? They hit that high point. Then they're like, oh boy, I gotta get up at 6 a.m. or I gotta get up at 5 a.m. to get to the 6 a.m. That's a dip. I gotta change my diet, that's a dip. But they keep at it, okay? So we help them in that messy middle part to not sink below that line. So after, it's like the messy middle, you the realizations of everything you're trying to do. So you're kind of in this middle zone. Then after that, you kind of get accustomed to it. You're used to waking up early. You're used to being sore. But then other roadblocks come in the way. Business gets crazy, okay? So you're here, business gets crazy, but then we bring you back up, okay? Kid stuff happens, you're here, but we bring you back up. We're always keeping you above that line. So this part is just the growing pains. The growing pains and all of these dips where you want to quit, but you decide not to, are the things that changes your confidence and changes your belief in yourself over time. And this is how Rise gets you from emotional base to identity base. So all the way up here, identity. Okay. So once it's a part of your identity, it's just what you do, there's just like not a question about it. It's not hard anymore. You get up at 5. You go to the gym at 6. You see your friends for an hour. You get told what to do while coaching. You get to turn your brain off. You get to see the results. And it's just like a part of you rather than something you struggle with. So that's where we get people here. So this is like the high, the messy middle, the growing pains, and then we're just out here, identity. All right? Now, if we were to overlay these two things here, the other one, way down here, okay? Those trend lines continue, all right? You're eventually gonna die. Are you gonna die like feeling down here about your health, feeling stiff and sore and all sorts of problems? Or are you gonna be like, I don't know, going out like Doug, falling off a cliff or something, Like that's how I want to be 90 years old, miss a handle and fall 90 feet. Like that'd be great. Like that'd be awesome. Okay, that's how I want to go. That's how I want to go. So like what this gap here though, guys, this gap is the quality of life that you're going to have. Like thankfully we have modern medicine. We get to live a lot longer, but we're not living better. So Rise, like we can help you with that. Like, yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it sucks. Yes, you're going to be sore. You're going to have to change your eating. But ultimately, in the long run, it's going to be way worth it. All right? I got just a little bit of time left. I'm happy to take some questions. But this is really important to become part of your identity. Because you know who sees your identity? The people around you. And they see that change. And then they want to change too. And then you pass on your identity to your kids. Like, do you want your kids to be the fit people? Or do you want your kids to like just be the unhealthy people? So like it has a wave that affects other people just besides yourself. All right, I'll take any questions if we got time. Yeah.
So go over how nutrition is so important.
So nutrition is really important. I mean, like if you work out all the time, you still eat like crap, you're still gonna be feeling like crap, you're gonna not look great. Nutrition just makes it way easier. And you can still eat what you want as long as it's within the frames of the macros you wanna eat. Just gotta know what to do.
Sam, share with everyone the different time frames that you have that are open, because people think, oh, well, I don't have time, or the time slots that you have available, and you work with some youth also.
Yeah, so my small group personal classes are 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. Personal training is basically like anytime, a lot more flexible. And then I also have 2 homeschool teams that I coach. I've got a homeschool group that I just coach on their own, so they're not affiliated with the team. And then I actually just picked up another homeschool team in Cookeville, so I'll be driving there like maybe 1-2 days a week to go out there and train some kids. So I got a lot going on. I got 2 staff that are really great. Like I wish I had started out with them, and or whenever I started as a trainer, I wish that I had the type of training that I provide them, and help me skip all the growing pains of learning everything I've learned in my career. So yeah, but small group personal training right now, it's just in the mornings. I would love to add an evening. So like a 5:30 would be cool. All right. Yeah.
Could you talk a little about your philosophy of cardio?
I think it's important, but it's something that I don't necessarily have to coach. There's not a safety component involved with it. With like weightlifting, there could be like bad form or whatever. But if you just want to go out and jog, you don't even have to jog. Just find a steep hill and walk up it. Find a bunch of stairs and walk up them. That's your cardio. Yeah.
What's your number one best piece of advice to help maintain consistency?
Don't stop. So I had a client reach out to me today, and he was in the growing pains. Not today, it was like earlier this week. He was in the growing pains. He was like, hey man, I need to go down to 2 days a week. I can't make it in at all. Like work is crazy. He's dad of 3 kids, owns a huge business here in town, like all this stuff. It's like, no, you are John effing, like Like I said that in a text message. I was like, you're gonna make it in. Just make it in for a half hour. And just like the worst part about starting up again is quitting. Like it's so hard to get going again. So just don't stop. Just come in, even if it's for a half hour, and then go. So if you're used to going to the gym and you got craziness going on, go to the gym, go check in at the front desk, and then like go do 1 dumbbell curl and leave. And then go do whatever you gotta do the rest of the day. Just don't stop. Yeah, tie your shoes. Any other questions? Okay, cool. Thank you, guys.